Hello, mouse fans. I am the PC Expert Amateur, and we are going to take a look at the Rapoo EV250 Silent. And this is it. It's a vertical mouse, as you can see, and it's made for a slightly smaller hand than mine, but it's close. It feels very comfortable because it's got a deep well for the thumb, and it allows you to keep your hand, if you hold it correctly, off of the desk. I wish it had a lip at the bottom, or that it was a bit taller so it was a little bit higher up from the desk, because my hands are fairly long, almost long enough to palm a basketball, but not as wide as some people I've met. So this would be far too small for people with really long hands and really wide hands. So it's a medium size, I guess we could say. It does come with two batteries, Nanfu AA batteries, which is nice. It does not have any lighting, no LEDs to make your day, if that's important to you. It isn't important to me. There's a multilingual manual, but it's of very little use. And this is very, very simple to get set up. So the power switch is here. Once you've got the batteries in, obviously you're going to switch that to the left side. Switch the switch. Switch it to the left side so it's on. Okay. And then this is the battery compartment, which is also where the dongle is. So you're going to want to open that up. And right there is the dongle. Or maybe it's a dongle. I don't know. English is a funny language. Standard, right? Plug that into your USB. I like to plug it into my keyboard because I have that option. And you're ready to go. It does have the browser buttons for forward and backwards. It also has a DPI button, which is not terribly noticeable because the jump from one DPI to the next is 200, except for the last one. So it's 800 DPI, 1000, 1200, and 1600. And if you don't actually test it, you might not even realize. When I was trying it, I was like, is there really a difference? So I actually had to sit here and use a specific distance to move the mouse and see how far it moved on my screen. A little bit weird, but it worked. It demonstrated to me that the DPI button really did work. Of course, there are two buttons, plus the scroll wheel is also a button, and the scroll wheel is lined with rubber, so it's easy to get traction on it. So that's a nice little touch. I think if you have sweaty hands, this is fairly smooth, so that might be a bit of a disadvantage for you. But it's basic. It does the job that it needs to do, and it's very quiet. You can barely hear these two buttons. This one also is just slightly louder. The only buttons that make any noise are these two. Let me demonstrate.
So the regular buttons, DPI, and browser.
So as you can see, we have a mouse that makes very little noise. And I like that. I mean, I would like it even more if all of the buttons were silent. But I think for a lot of people, this is going to be a perfectly fine mouse. Obviously, if you are a pro gamer or you need something with a high resolution, then you might want to look at something other than this. But I think for most people, it's good. Also, it helps to encourage you to hold your hand in a more natural way like this, instead of having it flat where it's not actually conducive. But again, if you're going to be doing your mousing by moving your wrist, it doesn't matter whether it's a regular mouse or a vertical mouse. The problem is going to remain that you're moving your wrist, and that's ultimately going to result in pain and in this area here, like in the ulnar area, because if you go like this a lot, then that's going to happen. You can also have it happen in this area and in this area. So it's better off if you learn to use your arm instead of your wrist. And that's true of any mouse. So you don't actually need a vertical mouse to solve that problem. You need to learn how to use your arm correctly. So yeah, I really like this mouse. If it wasn't for the fact that it's just a bit too small, I would definitely switch to this mouse. Hope for a larger mouse. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day. Need to ask for your help. I'm sorry. On December 11th, 2024, Amazon terminated me and used false accusations against me. And on December 17th, I had my left shoulder operated on. I'm getting a lot better. I can do some things with my hand and my arm, but it's still pretty limited. If you could please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications for my channels, that would really help. If you want to help me financially and you can afford to, you can go to my Glenn's Fast Reviews and you can do a super thanks as a donation there. If you want to donate on a monthly basis, you can become a member there. And or you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII. So thank you for that. Also, I'd like to say thank you to bleepingcomputer.com for allowing me to post messages on their forum about my videos. Thank you so much. And don't forget to visit them. They offer a lot of wonderful resources for people who are using computers. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.